Hello, friends! Today we'll be looking at the biography of Rowan Atkinson, who is popularly known as Emma Bean. But before we continue, if you could help us in achieving our goal by subscribing, it would mean a lot to us. So without any further ado, let's begin. Atkinson was born on February 6, 1955, in Consett, County Durham, England. His father was a doctor and his mother worked in the same field. He grew up in a village called Kirkby-Moorside in Yorkshire, England, with 2 brothers and 3 sisters. When he was 8 years old, his family moved to a farm near the village. After completing his primary education, he attended the University of Newcastle upon Tyne, from where he received a bachelor's degree in electrical engineering in 1975. But this was not what Rowan wanted to do for the rest of his life. While studying in college, he used to participate in several amateur dramatic societies. Once he got a role in an experimental theatre production of Look Back in Anger by John Osborne, which happened to be directed by Kenneth Branagh. In an interview, Rowan recalled how his acting bug started to grow. He said that he was absolutely hooked after watching Kenneth direct and perform in the play. Later, he also decided to become an actor. He applied to the University of Manchester to enroll in an acting course, but failed to get in. However, he did not give up and kept trying till he finally got into the University of Oxford in 1976, where he studied theatrical arts. At Oxford, one of his classmates was none other than Emma Thompson. The two became such good friends that when Emma got married to actor Greg Wise, Rowan was the godfather of their child. When Atkinson graduated from Oxford, he joined the Royal Shakespeare Company and toured Europe performing several plays, like The Taming of the Shrew, The Merchant of Venice, and Much Ado About Nothing. He even appeared in the BBC radio production of The Shadow of the Noose. But Rowan was more interested in television and eventually moved to Los Angeles in 1983, hoping to find work in television there. After auditioning for several roles, he landed a part in a British sitcom called The Blackadder, created by Richard Curtis and Ben Elton. The show was a huge success in Britain and ran for 4 seasons between 1983 and 1989. Rowan played the role of a simpleton called Baldric in the series. One of his co-stars on the show was Stephen Fry, who played the role of a stuttering nobleman called Lord Melchett. Stephen was so impressed by Rowan's comic timing that he once remarked, "There's nobody like him. You can tell just by the expression on his face when something is going wrong that he is finding it funny. There are very few people who can make you laugh without saying anything." In 1985, Atkinson appeared in a British sketch comedy show called Not the 9 O'Clock News and started to gain recognition there. In 1987, he landed a leading role in another sitcom called The Troublelosses, set in Victorian England. The show revolved around a group of working-class people living in Yorkshire. But the series was cancelled after only 1 season because critics felt that it was too close to the American sitcom Family Ties. Meanwhile, in 1989, Rowan made his film debut playing the role of a conman named Jim in the movie Chance. The following year, he starred alongside Pierce Brosnan, Mary Pierce, and Dennis Leary in the James Bond movie License to Kill. In 1990, he was also seen in another movie called Blackadder's Christmas Carol. It was based on the Charles Dickens story A Christmas Carol and featured most of the cast members from The Blackadder. On January 1st, 1990, Rowan's life changed forever when he created the character Mr. Bean for the first time in a BBC TV special called The Cellar Door. Mo Bean was a man-child and an expert in creating chaos everywhere he went. He was clumsy, immature, and had several bizarre habits, yet he was irresistible. Everyone loved him, especially children. And soon enough, the makers decided to turn the character into a series. The first episode of the series aired on January 1st, 1990, and instantly became a hit. By the end of 1991, 24 episodes of the show had already been broadcast. Later, in 1995, the show was revived again and 15 more episodes were aired. Altogether, Rowan spent almost 7 years playing the lovable Mabine. During this time, his popularity soared to new heights. Newspapers wrote about him. Magazines made him their cover star and kids wanted to be just like him. Rowan, however, never allowed his fame to get to his head. Even when he was mobbed by fans, he remained humble and kind. Once during the filming of Mr. Bean, he was surrounded by over 100 school kids. He was so patient with them, patiently signing autographs and shaking hands. "I love children," he told the reporters present there. "You can't be miserable around them. They just soak up your misery and make you feel guilty about being miserable." When he wasn't busy making people laugh as Mr. Bean, he was keeping himself busy by appearing in movies. He was seen in films like For Weddings and a Funeral, the Johnny English franchise, Love Actually, Rat Race, Keeping Mum, The Boat That Rocked, Nanny McPhee, The Travel Ban, Murmagorium's Wonder Emporium, and many others. Some of these films did well at the box office, while some failed to impress the critics and the audience alike. But Rowan did not care much. He continued to take up diverse roles in a variety of movies because he enjoyed doing it. In a 2007 interview, he talked about his passion for acting and how he liked to experiment with different genres. "You should always try things that scare you because that's the only way you learn. If you're scared of doing drama, then you shouldn't have chosen acting as a profession. I love doing different things. It is no good just staying within your own small niche because sooner or later, you're going to exhaust all the material in that area and you'll be known for that genre forever. And I don't want to be typecast as the funny guy or the dramatic guy. I enjoy both comedy and drama equally and I want to keep challenging myself." Throughout his career, Rowan has won numerous awards for his acting, including the BAFTAs, a Golden Globe, and 3 Primetime Emmy Awards. He was awarded an OBE in the 2000 New Year Honors list for his contribution to the entertainment industry and was knighted in the 2012 Queen's Birthday Honors list. He has also been honored with a star on the Hollywood Walk of Fame. Looking at all his achievements, it seems impossible that Rowan ever had any trouble getting parts in the beginning. But it's true. He faced a lot of struggle initially before landing his breakthrough role in The Blackadder. Even after becoming successful, he turned down many big offers from Hollywood. Some might call him crazy, but Rowan knew what he wanted to do with his life and was determined to achieve it. Once he said in an interview, "I've turned down a lot of things to do with action heroes because I am not really interested in them. I don't like the idea of someone being physically very competent. I like people who are dithering and indecisive. I'd rather play someone whose main weapons are their intellect and their verbal skills, rather than their physical prowess." Rowan is a private person and does not like to talk much about himself in public. All we know is that he lives in a village in North Yorkshire with his wife Sinetra, whom he met while she was working as a BBC researcher. They got married in 1990 and have 2 children together. In his spare time, he likes to go fishing and drive fast cars. So that's all about Rowan Atkinson's biography. We hope you enjoyed it. If you want us to cover more celebrities' biographies, then subscribe to our channel. Thanks for watching.